what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
It doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on the phone, just sexting.
And what do you plan to
Check,
do
check,
if this
check,
whole
mic
dream of
check,
yours
mic
doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter.
What is going on, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome back to Gaming Daily Live. I think the audio is good. We are here. The camera's a little bit out of focus. How do we fix? Can we fix it? Oh, we went the wrong way. Okay. Technical difficulties. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Dude, I am so excited. We have a banger episode today. So much happened. There's so much gaming news that we have to react to. We have special guest Hantao. It is Moku Grand Arena season. Damn, my Moku shirt's like a little wrinkled. Hopefully we fixed the Twitch issues. Mount Doji in the chat. You love to see it. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I streaming to Abstract? Let's turn that one off. We don't even go to Abstract anymore. Should be good. We are here. Okay. There's so much to talk about. Microsoft's Phil Spencer retired. Sony shut down Blue Point Games. We got new Pokemon Fire Red and Green Leaf on the Switch. The nostalgia is real. I don't know why every time my little Pengu, he never wants to stay this way, man. He always wants to go back that way. Doji, I super appreciate you being here on YouTube, man. And I don't know, dude. We have so much to talk about. We have such little time. We have Hantao coming on in like 40 minutes, so we have to get through all of the news. So let's just get into it, man. Today's episode brought to you by AI Rev, the official speculator investor of Gaming Daily. Let's get over here. Guy is an absolute legend. What a Chad. Everything he touches turns to gold. Not financial advice, of course. And all those proper disclaimers, but incredible patron, the patron saint of crypto gaming and Gaming Daily. He is on his speculator arc, crushing it on Polymarket, crushing it on the trades across the board in the markets. In the games that he's into are the games that you should be into. He's big into Parallel, of course, which we do have some updates from Parallel. Today is the last chance to register for the Parallel TCG League Open number 9, happening literally this weekend. The Swiss A was today. We got Swiss B tomorrow, and we've got the top 16 going live February 22nd. So if you're not doing anything on Sunday, get locked in. You can tune in on Twitch to watch the Parallel League 9, the Open. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, AI Rev, for being such an incredible supporter of the channel. He's like super invested into other games though too. All you have to do is like scroll down his feed to see what he's interested in. Euphoria-Fi, they're dope. I know he's big into Gigaverse, big into Calamity, big into Wayfinder. Listen, man, I follow AI Rev's moves, man. And he's also just like a super great guy. Supports a lot behind the scenes. So if you know, you know. And if you don't, well, then I'm here to tell you. All right. With that said, guys, let's just get into all of the news, man. So shout out to Rourke Max. They claim you can one-shot AI apps for the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the iPad, the TV, Vision Pro. This is like a vibe coding app platform for mobile apps. I actually know that Empress Rayon used it for a bit to work on an app that she was building, and it was really, really good until she ran into a few issues. This is like not sponsored or anything. I'm kind of sharing it because I saw Eliza say, she was like, oh, get ready for AI slop apps on your iPhone. And I mean, that may just be the world that we live in now, right? But if you're building apps, if you're vibe coding, Rourke could be something to look into. I'm not condoning it all the way. I'm not endorsing it all the way because, again, I know Empress Rayon had issues. I have had a ton of success vibe coding on Lovable and some other apps like Replit. Lovable is by far my favorite, though. But yeah, because I heard Empress Rayon use Rourke, and I've seen other people talk about Rourke. I wanted to share that. But let's get into like the major news, man. We got Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green coming to the Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2. Let's just hold up. We need the proper nostalgia here, man. Bro, it looks good. It looks good too. Bring me back, man. What I need though? Dude. Bringing me back. What I need is Pokemon Yellow. Give me Pokemon Yellow and I might have to buy a Switch and just go relive my childhood. Although, dude, getting the Bulbasaur or Charmander, Pokemon Red or Pokemon Green. Let me know which one you would want to get first of the two. February 27th, they will be available on Nintendo's eShop. Major news. People were excited about that, as they should be. Other update that I saw today, Ross Scott's giant Stop Killing Games update. They actually made it to the EU Commission, and it's scheduled for a meeting on February 23rd, which is Monday, where the organizers will present their case that, shutting down games violates the existing EU consumer laws. Obviously, this was a really big story last year. The Stop Killing Games movement made headlines. Basically was the entire downfall for Pirate Software, who was a very big popular YouTuber and like kind of game developer, former Blizzard employee who, gained popularity through YouTube Shorts, just talking about gaming and software development and like computer tips and tricks. Like he had a lot of like obscure knowledge. But yeah, he went viral, like coming out strong against Stop Killing Games. Really was kind of a jerk to him. And then everyone talked about what a jerk he was being and how he was like misrepresenting the story, and that just blew up. Everyone was talking about it. Asmongold, all the mainstream media news outlets, Moist Critical, and yeah, so positive update, I guess, for them is that they made it to the EU. They've got a meeting. Ice and Dark in the building. We got a new Twitch name, and we should have the video on Twitch. I think that I did fix it. Yes, the video is back. Let's go. I'm glad that I could fix that for you guys today. And yeah, we updated the name. We updated the PFP. So we're so back, and we are better than ever as I'm like dying and losing my voice, which is absolutely crazy. Moving on, Phil Spencer is retiring as Microsoft Gaming's CEO, effective immediately, and Asha Sharma is set to take over. Not a lot of people were big fans of Phil Spencer. Actually, Knock called on Gamified sometime last year or the year before, saying that like Phil Spencer was not going to make it through this tenure, and Knock was right. So some people are happy about this. Some people see this as a positive, but also it's like a little concerning because apparently the president, Sarah Bond, is also resigning. So two major studio executives leaving Microsoft Gaming on the same day. Very weird, very odd. This is breaking news, 4 o'clock today. It is 6 o'clock. So we are, reacting to it immediately. I don't have a take here, but we will kind of keep an eye on the story as it evolves. Maybe some more information will come out. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to keep it moving. In other major gaming studio development news, Sony is shutting down Bluepoint Games. Bluepoint, known for their masterful remakes, and a lot of the comments are not happy about this. Sony said that Bluepoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community, and yet they're shutting them down. Moku in the building. Dude, hell yeah. It's a little wrinkled. I don't know. I washed it, so I guess I didn't iron it. But, we in the building. Looking forward to the interview. The comments are tearing these people apart, like shutting down the studio that made the only game that actually looks next gen on PS5 is a genius move. Rumor has it that Bluepoint Games refused to make the requested woke changes to the God of War trilogy. Let's see. Sony is everything these gaming YouTubers and content creators accused Nintendo of being. They paid to push that narrative. Bluepoint was made what was arguably the best game to ever launch with a new PlayStation console. Even if it was a remake, Sony sucks. Sony really said, thanks for the masterpieces. Now pack it up. So much money wasted the past few years. Yeah. People were not happy about this. So really, really sad. Really sad. Tough to see. As Hantao would probably say, who will later be on the show, you know, that's the gaming industry. It's the business of gaming, but still really unfortunate to see. We're going to keep going. Maybe some positive things, though. Marek Tyminski, founder and CEO of CI Games, said he'd like to invite any developers impacted at Blue Point Games to contact them. The Demon Souls remake was an incredible achievement, and they'd be honored to speak with the talented people behind it about the opportunities on Lords of Fallen 2. So, you know, hopefully there will be, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel, a silver lining on that story. But crazy to see major shakeups on a Friday, man, on a Friday. It sucks, like, these types of news stories going into the weekend. They always try and, like, sweep it under the rug. They're like late 4 o'clock on a Friday. But that's why we do the show. 6 p.m. Next up, Game Informer. Let's talk about some positive gaming news. Slay the Spire 2 is launching in early access on March 5th with 5 playable characters and 4-player co-op. People are pretty excited about co-op. 5 playable characters. Slay the Spire, obviously beloved. So very excited for Slay the Spire 2. Mark your calendars, March 5th. Also in game development news that is very exciting, Ubisoft says that it has multiple, count them, not one, not two, multiple Assassin's Creed and Far Cry titles in development. Let's just hope that they don't get canceled. Let's hope that they don't get canceled. You know, don't do it to us, Ubisoft. My heart can't take it. But that would be really, really fun and exciting. We also got teasers for Nier Automata. Says it is to be continued in a message at the end of the title's 9th anniversary stream. So people were really excited about this. I think the game has sold over like 10 million copies, which is absolutely insane. I've never played it. So I guess, you know, let me know how you guys feel. Nier Andromeda. Are we big fans? What am I missing out on? It looks sick. Are they making a new game? Speculation is arising. Let's keep it moving though, guys. Our next story. Ooh, this one. Okay, so this is going to start off like our next abstract segment. We bundled a bunch of abstract gaming content next to each other because it was just crazy. There was a bunch of abstract news today. So big shout out to OpenSea and Bryson touring the Pudgy Penguins, you know, Miami location. They call it the Igloo. Very, very dope interview with Luca Netz and Bryson. It's about 10 minutes long, incredibly highly produced. Look at that, Bryson winning in the claw machine. You love to see it. Talking about all things Pengu, and, you know, the Pudgy TCG and, you know, further plans. And Bryson is just goated when it comes to these interviews. And, you know, I guess this interview was probably inevitable because Bryson lives in Miami. So really, really cool to see behind the scenes. We want to see more of this. And, you know, shout out to OpenSea. Clap it up for OpenSea producing this video and this interview and making it happen, dude. Like, again, OpenSea pushing shit forward. You love to see it. Gigaverse. We've talked a lot about Gigaverse this week. Today, their 1-year anniversary competition is going live. So this is very exciting. All players are on equal footing. New players are welcome. Not no players. What am I talking about? 100% of all the entry fees go towards the rewards. The prize pool and jackpot is starting at $10,000. There's a whole how it works thread if you want to get into that. Very exciting. Happy anniversary, Gigaverse. Well done. Congratulations. Moving on. We got Dith. Of course, Dith explaining a little bit, commenting on it. Yeah, just saying that they're crushing it on socials. Dude, you know, Leon and Unfungible will often talk about the founder funnel and founder-led marketing. I was going to say Dith is like one of the best to do it. But as I said that, I'm like, yo, we have Hantao coming on, and Hantao is like maybe the best to do it. But two of the best to do it, man. I mean, really like a lot of game, a lot of alpha, a lot of just insight to be gleaned from how Dith and Hantao move. So congratulations, Dith, Gigaverse. You love to see it. On-chain heroes. We got to talk about it. The maze of gains. Week 3. They published their stats. They gave us their balance updates. If you guys remember, when they gave us week 1, I was like, I hope they keep giving us these updates. This is what we want to see. So incredible. The prize pool is up to $92,000, which is insane. Over 50,000 runs, I'm assuming. That might be a typo. 50,000 runs completed, 73,000 keys used. Very exciting. They've got some quality of life updates. Good for them. They got some buff balances. If you are in the On-Chain Heroes ecosystem, you know, that one is for you. Let's keep it going. Moody Mites had a big update today. They're expanding their ecosystem by introducing the moment of belief. This update brings together their AI storytelling, competitive gameplay, and collectible assets all under one umbrella. This is a big, I mean, they got Abstract posting about this. At the core, Moody is creating a consumer crypto ecosystem with a focus on playing, collecting, and competing. I got to be honest, guys. I think I got to look into Moody Mites. I haven't played it, but people continue to keep telling me about it. It seems like the Abstract ecosystem is very bullish on them. So I want to dig in deeper, especially to see them like posting about it. You never know. There were so many games that were launching on Abstract. So I was like, which one is going to have staying power? But clearly Moody Mites has found staying power. And some of the graphics and assets that I'm seeing here, like, look really good. Like, dude, that Abstract car looks crazy. Like, I want that. I want one of those. Cryptoys has been crushing it. Talking about Abstract and games on the ecosystem. Cryptoys partnered with Remix for one of their legendary game jams. And in about 9 days, 23 creators competed for the $5,300 game jam competition prize pool. Over 300 games, dude. What's 300 divided by 20, man? That's like, each creator was making 15 games on average inside of a week and a half. I mean, I guess that's the whole like point of Remix, but damn, that is impressive volume. And the games look sick. Look at these games. Like, these games look sick. I'm not seeing exactly like the Cryptoys IP, which is a little, I'm curious about, because Cryptoys is like, has like the Disney IP. So, but obviously they can't take the Disney IP and put it into the Remix games. So I'm clearly they did some kind of workaround there, but nonetheless, the games look sick. And of course you got Will, the CEO at Cryptoys, talking about it, which is awesome. Great to see. I met Will at Art Basel in Miami in December. Great dude. Love what they're doing. Excited about what they're doing. So congrats to them for doing it. Next up, we got to talk about Derek Lau from Uncharted and Fishing Frenzy. Says crypto gaming appears to be like, you know, he was right, dude. He was right about the risk to earn model, man. I mean, he's been pushing this, leaning into it for a year and a half, almost 2 years now. It does seem to be the winning model. We're going to talk to Hantao about this a little bit later. And, you know, it's working. It's working in Fish. So he says it combines established business models like real money games with the financialized tech that crypto offers. Win-win, product market fit. He recently experimented with a King of the Hill live ops event where the players competed on luck and simple strategy, seeing some early promise with about 5 million fish spent in about a week, and 10% of that gets burned, with the rest going back to the players. I'd be curious like what the dollar amount of that is. I don't know what the price of fish is these days. Can't imagine it's too high. Like let's be real about it. Do we have Fishing Frenzy fish is 0.0015. So let me just take out my calculator real quick. I should have done this before the stream. 5 million times 0.0015, about $7,500. So for a small indie game like Fishing Frenzy, I think that's legit, especially with this just being like an experimental event. So GG's to Fishing Frenzy on that behalf. He says the biggest challenge for them and risk to earn generally will be getting repeat players, in particular from, quote unquote, the losers, the people who are losing money. So yeah, it's a really good point. In an ecosystem like poker, you have players that are losing players. They lose money, but they're happy to, because one, they think that they can win. Two, they are paying for that entertainment and they enjoy playing the game, even if they lose to a certain degree. And it's always that balance between, like Nick Metzler was talking about in his interview last week, or was it earlier this week? I think it was earlier this week. Players need to have that hope that they can, win or succeed or, progress. And they also need the agency over, their gameplay. Very, very important game design mechanics that Nick Metzler shared. So, it's like you'll keep coming back and spending if you feel like you can, if you have the hope that it can work out for you. Corey, right in the building, my guy. Much love, brother. Good to see you. Appreciate you swinging by. Hope that you are well. Let's catch up soon. We got to move on. Goblin Town showing the Goblin Vortex. I just love gaming updates, man. I'm a sucker for some cool ass gaming updates. And I really like seeing Goblin Town continuing to show their new game, like behind the scenes. This is like millions of goblins, and we're seeing like building in public game development, renders and concepts and little snippets. They've been crushing it. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Corey, CryptoGrit, Moku, they went viral on Reddit. They were the #1 upvoted for the day or the week, with over 2,600 upvotes on Reddit in like indie dev. And their game is like looking really, really good. Yo. Oh no, we're losing Hantao. So sad. Hantao might have to reschedule. That's okay. Love you. Oh man, it happened. We've done like maybe 4 interviews, and I think 3 of them have had to reschedule. At least maybe like 2. But we will get Hantao on the stream, I promise. All good. We will get Hantao on. That just means that the Moku is coming back. All good. Extra promo. Love you guys. So shout out to Goblin Town. We got to talk about Hunter Tales. Hunter Tales Season 1 just started. Big shout out to Eliza. Do you guys know that her name is Eliza? A lot of people call her Alyssa, or they're not sure how it's pronounced. And I've been on many spaces with Eliza, and she never corrects people. She goes on record saying like, however you want to say it is fine. She never tells people how to pronounce her name, but she started a new podcast with Sanjay, which we're going to talk about in a second. And, she'll say like, it's Eliza, like, hey guys, Eliza here. I find that funny because like even Sanjay still calls her Alyssa, and It's Eliza, guys. It's Eliza. Hunter Tales Season 1 just started. It's running for 60 days. Apparently, they've already raised $756,000 from NFT sales on Mega ETH, which is a new chain and all-time low for crypto gaming sentiment. So these guys figured something out, man. They also had their TGE today for their Crown token. I've not really been following this one. I've been seeing updates. I've been hearing rumblings and noise. So I always like to try and, tap in and then bring awareness to you guys. If it sparks your fancy, if you want to go do a deeper dive. The art looks sick. Like, game looks sick. This doesn't look like your, average run-of-the-mill pixelated, roguelite or dungeon crawler or whatever genre it's in. I'm actually not too sure. Like, it looks good. It looks good. I don't know. There's something about it that looks good. Obviously, Eliza is partnered with them, so these are sponsored posts. But yeah, I mean, when you see new games doing well, having that much volume in NFTs on a new ecosystem, it always sparks my interest. Like, you've got my attention, you had my interest, now you have my attention, and I'll be curious to see how their token continues to perform. It seems like some people in the comments were saying that the token was doing well. So, but it's day one. It's day one. We're not going to read too much into it. So we'll have to wait and see for that. It might be a shorter show for you guys today. I was like speed running the news because we're going to, I wanted to make sure that we had time for Hantao. So we're going to kind of finish up early, but that's okay. It's Friday. Let you guys off early. Next story. Oh, speaking of Eliza and Sanjay's podcast, episode 5 just dropped. Their podcast is crushing it. Like, it's really awesome. The production is really good. They're great. It's very entertaining.
Whoa. I was like, what are you doing right now?
They're talking about a lot of topics, Mr. Beast games, Open Claw, Snapchat creators, just everything, man. It's a great show.
I paid more on the damn fine than the car I was renting it for, man, for the day. It's crazy.
But here it's like, beep, beep.
Driving car is not a flex. Beep.
Great podcast. Lock in. Tap in with the boys. You know who else you got to tap in with? Project O. Origins rather. Tim Yoista gave an update. A little bit about collecting the cards and how it works. They also have a town hall next Thursday in their Discord. So we got a 4-minute video from Tim. And dude, oh man, it's great. It's great to see them working and putting in the work behind the scenes. Like, these economy updates, their rollout is happening, guys. This is like not anything to sleep on. This could be the next big breakout game and IP. And look at this alpha, like 200 views on this video. It just came out today. Breaking news 4 hours ago. Scarcity, rarity, ownership.
And so if you stay tuned to the end, I've got some exciting news about distribution coming for you. But just jump right in. The first principle is scarcity. You've got to start by...
Tim is a certified badass. Certified gangster from like an executive level. And what they're doing with Origins is just really impressive. From a game economy standpoint, from the collector, from the rarity, from the card distribution, from how the entire design is. And then obviously the game is really, really good. What is this like thing that he was saying stayed to the end?
Oh, we can see if we can make room for you. And then on the Friday night of GDC week, we are debuting our Alpha Edition set. So just think, first print run of Pokemon, base set Pokemon. This is the Alpha set for Origins. With special promos, discounted pre-order price. So if you are a early collector, early adopter, and you want to own the very first print run inside the world of Origins, from a player collector experience. This will only be available before the game launches, and once the game's open, it's gone.
This
is
literal
your moment
alpha
to get it. And so stay tuned. Make sure you follow, tag some collectors and players in the chat, and we'll see you soon.
Yo, Crypto Grit, Chloe, clip that section. Clip that. That's alpha. Like, dude, they're just gonna leave the alpha at the end, literal alpha for their alpha drop. And dude, that they're see what I'm saying? They are doing this for the real ones. They're doing it for the real people that are invested. They're not like overhyping it, you know, trying to like get you to FOMO to buy in. They left this for people who are going to watch to the end of the video, who are going to care about the launch on that Friday at GDC. Bruh. Very, very cool. Next up, we got, speaking of packs, speaking of alpha drops, I don't even know if this has been tweeted out yet. We got the Discord screenshot. Shout out to Conch with the Discord screenshots, man. This is the length that my research team goes to bring you guys the information. We got sport.fun teasing packs V2.1. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been testing V2 packs in the wild. One thing became clear: issuance. How did this slip? Okay, so it's not great, but then they are fixing it. So they're exploring additional pack styles designed for different play styles. They're changing the shape of the rewards. So very cool. Very, very important update for that. So GG's. You gotta know what's going on with your packs, you know? Speaking of card packs, we talked about this yesterday, but for anyone that might have missed it, the news is out. Actually, no, we didn't talk about this yesterday. Sorry, my apologies. I'm getting ahead of myself. Upshot mainnet is coming February 26th. We talked about their cards yesterday. We talked about what they're doing. And I think their packs, I forget what they're doing with their packs, but for them to announce mainnet is coming February 26th, that's a week away. That's 6 days away, guys. You can pre-order packs this Tuesday. Their first ever real cash prediction packs. Boosted rewards, they're putting $22,500 from their base grant to additional prizes, exclusive pre-orders, and higher XP multipliers. Very cool. First come, first serve. Honestly, I'm probably going to buy just like a couple of these packs just for the, just because I think they're doing something interesting and I kind of want to be a part of it. Take my chances. Big shout out to Upshot. Mark your calendars. February 26th. Okay, next up. MapleStory U is at a breaking point, and we have some considerations on its future. MapleStory FUD. MapleStory uncertainty. The U stands for uncertainty. So this is from Bruce, 0x Inebriation. He's been playing MapleStory for over the past 2 decades. He's a guild leader and founder of one of the biggest Brazilian alliances on MapleStory U. So he knows what he is talking about. And he, this is like meaningful and impactful when it comes from someone with this level of involvement. He's been an active member of the MapleStory community for almost 15 years, having played the game for over 20 years. He says it's remarkable to see the dedication, effort, and results achieved by the team at Next Pace, and certainly the team has made and continues to make decisions that may initially seem controversial, but often prove to be the right ones as the project evolves. He says he truly admires the confidence that they demonstrate in their work. But with that said, he wants to offer a personal evaluation, raise some questions that he and other players have brought up before about the future of the Maple server that he's grown the most attached to, and keep in mind, he's played in many. He says, is there a realistic strategy to bring in new players? He says the last time that we saw 30,000 connected wallets was October 10th, followed by a slow but significant decline in player numbers. Now we are facing a sharper drop to previous periods, with the last day registering 20,000 connected wallets between February 10th and the 19th. Only 16,000 individual accesses were recorded. Coming with data, coming with numbers, coming with stats. He also says, what happened to the enhancement system revamp? He says this was promised for Q4 2025, but, you know, where's it at? Hasn't seen it. He says the success of Ascendant and late endgame rewards. He says another concern is the possibility of Ascendant ending on the 25th without a season 2. He says the format was incredible in motivating players to invest in their accounts and pushing higher rewards, but maybe it's not going to be there. He worries that the final week of Ascendant and the sharp drop in the Umber prices may once again become less attractive than multiple mid-game ones. AFK chamber and field farming consequences, expectations for the coming months. He says he believes it's important for the team to provide transparency about what lies ahead, especially considering the potential hiatus at the end of February. He says there's an increasingly urgent need to find new ways to attract new players, and the game just needs new marketing and less institutional positioning, which I agree. I have really not seen that much marketing or buzz about MapleStory U in quite a while. I know they've been doing some partnerships with Pudgy, and they've been active, but they made such a big push marketing wise last year, and I don't where's the content, He says the current enhancement format is discouraging for 99% of players and it deserves reconsideration. Heartfelt. He says it was written in Portuguese, translated by ChatGPT. I love that. I love that, transparency. Shout out to him. Shout out to Bruce. Banger, dude. Banger. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Moving on. Speaking of crypto gaming predictions and callouts, we got Memento Mori dropping this heater on the timeline today. Says his 2026 crypto gaming predictions. More studios shutting down. Did he say that this is from December 2025? That's unclear to me. Why does this feel like the tweet from Hunter last year? Also, where's Hunter been? Damn, dude. Been quiet out here. I mean, Hunter did say he was cooling off Twitter. My guy Hunter hasn't tweeted since September. Whoa. Hunter Solaire's last tweet was September 3rd. Well, when was his last reply? Okay, January 22nd. So he's out here. He's just creeping. He's creeping. Laying low. Shout out Hunter Solaire, one of the best to ever do it. Goated. He did come to YGG Play Summit. He was in the mix. He was hanging out. He was doing his thing. But beyond that, yeah, he's laying low. It's just not. I spoke to him. He's like, there's nothing interesting happening. He's like, if something interesting happens, I'll come back. But beyond that, nah, man. He's doing stuff on the back end. He's got, he's working and everything. So shout out to Hunter. Anyways, Memento says more studios are going to shut down. Continued return to the fundamentals. The death of AAA crypto games. I feel like I know what game he's talking about. I feel like I know what games he's talking about. There's a few. There's a small handful, which would be devastating. I don't want to see the death of any crypto game, especially AAA, who's raised so much money. Damn, there's a few. AAA in quotes, of course. Increased stablecoin adoption. He says, cautiously optimistic about app tokens. Well said. I'm probably cautiously optimistic as well. Although I'm not like, I mean, this is a topic for another time, but we got to talk more about app tokens, man. Yeah, we got to talk more about app tokens. Number 6, gamify everything. Gamify everything is interesting. Did he respond to this? No one responded to that yet. I mean, I feel like these are pretty safe predictions, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if there's too much I don't want to frame it wrong. I just feel like, yeah, like, these are kind of to be expected, I would say. Kind of to be expected. High likelihood of these things happening, I guess, GG's. With that, guys, I mean, we're coming to the end here. Parallel League, shout out to them. They've got an event happening. What's 2100? 3 hours, so 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, the Swiss A Prime League Open number 9 is going on tonight. So tune in on Twitch. Tomorrow, they're going to have Swiss B. And then the finals for the top 16 will go down on Sunday, maybe the same time, 9 p.m. So tune in on Twitch, powered by Prime. Shout out to the Parallel League. We got to be getting to the finals, like the championships. I think the championships last year took place, might have been like literally now. I think they took place like a year ago, February 3rd, I think. It was February 2nd and February 3rd. So over a year ago, the first championship took place in Vegas. So this one, number 2 should be coming at some point. Today's show has been brought to you by AI Rev, the official investor, speculator, the patron saint of Gaming Daily. I guess we got a little bit of time, so big shout out to AI Rev. But before we get out of here, I'll just go through the tabs that I was gonna talk to Hantao about. Of course, shout out to Hantao. Just absolute, dude. I've known Hantao for 4 years. Watched him build Moku, watched him continue to dedicate. I mean, at one point, I think Hantao even offered me a job. I think Hantao was like, yo, dude, come work with us. And I was like, man, I'm doing Gaming Daily, da-da-da-da. He's like, all right, man, you do you. But, shout out to Hantao, man. Moku. My Moki. Actually, you know what? This is perfect. I'm so happy that Hantao canceled today because since I switched my computers, I haven't set up my wallets because I don't want my wallets on this computer. So I have to go to my old gaming PC to get into my Ronin wallet, which I have to set up and do a bunch of stuff. But I want to enter my Mokis into the Grand Arena. So, and I didn't have time to do that before the stream today. So now I have time to set that up, which I'm excited about. Thank you, Hantao. $1 million prize pool for Grand Arena Season 1. Absolutely incredible. Here's a little bit of alpha for you guys. Day 1 of Grand Arena strategy. Find some Mokis owned by some creators who don't have some time to train their Mokis. Pachara, Inhuman, ETH Apple, Inverted. I'm surprised they didn't tag me in here because actually, no, I think mine are training. I think mine were training. Sick. We also had Jihos and Cairo talking about it on the Ronin page. Big. Jiho's so excited about it. Speaking of Bruce, day 1 went really well. So they opened up a few more unique entries. So really great start yesterday for them. Seems like they might have a little bit of a bug today, but I'm sure they'll fix that immediately. Jiho, these Jiho was doing my research for me, man. These were the questions that I was gonna, try and grill Hantao about, try and get some alpha, try and get some insights. But dude, the contest looks sick. If you haven't been to the website, you can enter into different contests. There's free entries, there's paid entries. It gives you some different contests for you. I think you can tune in and watch them. A lot of cool stuff happening on the Grand Arena. Again, Cairo was opening up packs. So that was really cool to watch. Definitely alpha here. Cairo's a big player. So, if you're locked in with the Grand Arena, Cairo even wrote a $1 million article on why they might be Web3 Gaming's breakout moment. We got to stop calling it Web3 Gaming. It's crypto gaming, and eventually it'll just be gaming. He also wrote the ultimate strategy guide. So if you guys are trying to get into there, Cairo's got you covered with the core loop. He calls it fantasy sports on steroids. You got to know your win conditions. Super important. How do you win? Talks about some collecting and Moku XP meta. This is where the Pokemon addiction kicks in, but with a paycheck attached. Yo, shout out to ChatGPT. It's been too quiet. What's been quiet, Mount Doji? What's been quiet? Are we behind in the stream? What's been quiet? Is that Maple Story? Are we behind in the chat? I hope you're not talking about Maple Story. What else? That was it. That was everything. There's your ultimate strategy guide. That was Grand Arena. We will have Hantao on next week. We've got Justin Waldron on Monday, which should be a massive episode. Justin Waldron, literally the co-founder of Zynga. He is locked in for Monday's episode. We've got Ziori, Andrew Campbell coming on Tuesday. Really excited about that one. We'll try and get Hantao back on Wednesday. And then I think I was scheduling someone for Thursday or Friday as well. But I'm not sure. Maybe those are still open. Guys, that's going to do the episode for today, for the week. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you caught any of the episodes, brought any energy, insights, I really appreciate it. Doji, Crypto Grit, Corey, AE, Llama, Ice and Dark, Sunshine, always a pleasure. It's been a week, man. It has been a week. But that's Gaming Daily Live, man. We react to all of the stories, analyze what's going on in the space, bring you, exclusive interviews, and it's been a lot of fun. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that you get out there, play some games. I hope that you do something healthy and productive for yourselves. Health is wealth. And my name is Icy Gaming. This has been Gaming Daily Live. We will be back on Monday, 6 p.m. EST with another banger episode. Until then, stay humble, stay gaming, keep dreaming, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream